We're ready to go in Charlotte. A huge crowd is on hand, and a look quickly at the starting lineups. Kelly Tripucka is a guy we'll talk about as we go along. His career has been resurrected here. Your officials, Wally Rooney, Bennett Salvatore, and Ken Maurer. Dick Harter coaches the Charlotte team. Doug Collins coaches the Bulls, and we sincerely hope you'll enjoy it on a very foggy, rainy night in North Carolina. We're off to a staggering start here, Steve.
If that was a starter's gun, they would have pulled him back 5 or 6 times. As Cartwright had a false start, he finally gets the tap. Chicago control.
Sam Vincent and off to Brad Seller. Michael handles the ball for the first time against Robert Reed to Cartwright. Good save. Vincent the jump shot. It's 2-0. Holton heads up the floor. Michael Holton is played by Vincent. Robert Reed from Rambis. In, out, won't go. Rebound, out of bounds. Who's going to get it? Chicago. And Dick Harter up and arguing already about that call.
Well, you know.
And now they change it and give the ball to Charlotte.
This crowd could probably make a lot of coaches go a little crazy. Now, Harter's got the kind of mentality that really goes well with this crowd because they react to everything, and he's a real volatile type of personality.
Rambis wheels and deals with the left hand. Won't go. Grant the rebound. He's been hampered a bit by the flu. Didn't practice today, but he's in the starting lineup. On the wing, Brad Sellers against Tripucka. Grant up top. They try to hit Cartwright low against Hoppen. Unable to get him the ball. Vincent with 8 on the shot clock. Grant has it knocked loose. Stolen by Rambis. Ahead to Michael Holton. He's got Tripucka on the wing. The trailer is Hoppen. Back in. Hoppen is out of Nebraska. Michael Jordan at the other end is double teamed and fouled. Reed and Holton both were there. The foul will be on Reed. His and the team's first.
Well, Jordan is trying to make a concerted effort right now to keep himself calm down and let the game come to him. You can see that he's really kind of jittery and wants to go, but he's trying to hold back. They try to find him inside. They turn it over.
Jordan didn't expect that pass from Vincent. And the ball goes back to the Hornets. There's Dick Harter. Michael Holton crosses the line. 2-2 is our score. Down low, it's Rambis against Cartwright. He's in the lane a while, dishes it off. Kelly Tripucka. Little trivia, his dad threw the first touchdown pass in the American Football League's history. Frank Tripucka.
You are old.
Yeah, you're right. Cartwright up top. Vincent to Grant. Foul line jump, yes. Number 54. 4-4 the score. 9:50 left first quarter. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you from the beautiful Charlotte Coliseum. Holton gets a pick, operates behind. Goes for the hole. Missed the layup. Jordan with a rebound. Almost turned it over. Is in the look at that pass. Sellers the easy layup from Jordan.
Yeah, that was a great pass ahead to Sellers from Jordan to get themselves an easy score, and that's probably something the Bulls could do more of to get people involved in the offensive end and take some pressure off Jordan.
Michael Holton dishes it off to Rambis. Knocked loose by Jordan. He comes away with the steal. Michael heads up the floor. Gets Vincent the open jumper. Instead is to Grant and a foul on Hoppen. And Chicago passing the ball beautifully in the early going.
Well, they always talk about making the extra pass and making things work. When you have a player like Michael Jordan who draws so much attention but sees the floor so well, you're always going to be able to get people out on the wing. Sellers runs hard and gets an easy 2. Then they come back and make one more pass. Horace Grant gets that one. Now has a chance for a 3-point play.
He fails to cash it in. It's still 8-4. Rambis the rebound to Michael Holton. Sellers is playing for Tripucka. He's 7 feet. Kelly about 6'5". Robert Reed. Tripucka shoots the jumper. It won't go. Jordan up the floor. So far, Chicago has taken the crowd out of the game a little bit. Jordan down low for Cartwright, held by Holton.
What the Bulls have done at the defensive end is force the Hornets to shoot the ball over the top, limiting them to one chance. If they don't make it, they've gotten a chance to push it, and they're trying to focus their attack inside around Bill Cartwright. Jordan over the top.
He had one goal. Cartwright missed the tip and had the foul. Cartwright commits the foul of the loose ball for Rambis, and Charlotte will bring it up the floor.
All right, now here's your trivia. This is the only, and it may not be trivia, but you look at those uniforms. When's the last time you saw basketball uniforms with cleats?
I can't recall.
This is a first.
They're real cute. Refuka misses, and the rebound by Vincent. He eludes Kelly. Good pass. Sellers the easy layup, and they're getting those layups inside. That makes it easy. 10-4 Chicago.
What makes it easier is when you get a team shooting the ball from the perimeter and they're missing, you allow them one chance that usually leads to a fast break. They like to get the ball in there. Rambis can't handle it.
Vincent. Grant. Miss. Jordan. Miss. Hopping rebound. Michael Holton tries to run. On the wing, Rambis. He fumbled it on the way up again. No foul is called. Rambis wanted one. Jordan from 16. Yes, it's 12-4. And Dick Harter wants a 20-second timeout. He's out on the floor.
We're looking at the wrong guy. He's looking at the ref when he should be looking at the players and saying, fellas, we got to get ourselves a better opportunity.
10 unanswered points for Chicago after they trailed 4-2. And they enjoy a 12-4 lead as Kelly Tripucka talks it over with official Wally Rooney. But Steve makes a good point. They got other problems beside the officials so far in this game. Now Ken Mauer and Dick Harter talk it over.
They want a 20-second timeout. That's what they want. They don't want a full timeout. That's the reason for the discussion on their part over there. The Bulls are ready coming back out on the floor. Doug Collins is saying, fellas, I can't tell you anything. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Keep on keeping on. What do you think of those uniforms? They're all right, huh?
Oh, no, I like them. You know, but then you never liked my ties anyway, so I can understand how you wouldn't like my taste in uniforms.
How can you say I don't like my ties? Oh, you mean your tie? Michael Holton up the floor. 7:35 left first quarter. Hopping with the ball. Off it comes to Tripucka. He's the guy that's got to score for this team. Rambis tried to zip it inside, threw it away. And Sam Vincent brings it up. It's 12-4, 7:21 left first quarter.
Now what the Hornets have to do is get some stops, and they've got to force Chicago to shoot the ball over the outside. Jordan over the top.
Oh, he's something. 14-4, 12 in a row for Chicago. Holton up the floor against Vincent. Robert Reed pops from outside. Yes. Reed about a 20-foot jump shot. That interrupts the Chicago push.
Reed has been one of those players that's been struggling here of late, and they counter on him for some offensive artillery, so he's got to come out of the slump.
Grant took it inside, and that's where they're doing the damage. They're just ripping Charlotte apart. Inside. 16-6 with 6:35, quarter number one. Michael Holton on the wing to Tripucka, goes to the hole, got it. He beats Sellers off the dribble, got the layup. Jordan at the other end goes baseline, is checked, double team. Vincent all by himself. Yes. That Michael Jordan will get you the ball if you're open. 18-8 with 6:12 left, quarter number one. Holton against Vincent. Tripucka against Sellers. On the drive, into the lane, blocked away by Cartwright. Goes out of bounds. They're going to give the ball to Chicago, and again, Tripucka argues. Harter argues. And Charlotte calls timeout. Timeout on the floor, exactly 6 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Bulls so far hammering the Hornets 18-8. Before the game, we talked it over with Dick Harter and asked him about the expansion draft and what he and the Charlotte team tried to do.
our goal when we went into the expansion draft was to get the best players we could and not try to get a perfectly balanced team with centers and forwards or whatever, but let's take the best player in that order. That led us to some veteran players, and I like our mix now of old and young. I think that's been very good for us. I think it'll be very hard for Rex Chapman and Muggsy Bogues and Brian Rousom to compete if they didn't have some older people to kind of stabilize them.
And there's Dick in his game suit, and he's still all over Wally Rooney, the official.
Well, he works this crowd like a college official, but when you talk about that draft, they thought that those Hornets had already been stung with all the guards that they took. Everybody in NBA circles thought, you know, they have really gone a little crazy down in Charlotte.
By the way, Charlotte plays without Brian Rousom. He's out with a broken foot. Rex Chapman on the injured list with a sprained back. Chicago scored 16 of the last 20 points in the game. Cartwright is hit and sinks it. Hoppen is called for the foul. That is 3 on Hoppen. And he might be hopping over to the bench here any minute.
Well, they don't have really what they would consider a big offensive or defensive player in the middle. Hoppen is a guy that gets a start. They bring Tim Kempton in. But against Cartwright, you've got to be able to keep him out of the paint. And the Bulls are making a big effort to spread the floor, drop the ball down inside. He gets a chance for the three-point play.
And it's 21-8. A 13-point first quarter advantage for Chicago. 5:35 left in the period.
And what the Hornets want to do is try to find an offensive player that's going to keep them in the game right now. And that player probably should be Kelly Tripucka. So Tripucka's got to look to put the ball in the air a little bit more, try to make some things happen.
Del Curry about to check into the game. He's a shooting guard. He'll check in for Charlotte. Next time play is halted. Pick and roll, finds Rambis low. He blew the layup, missed the tip, gets another chance. Missed that one. Tipped up, Hoppen no good. Next rebound, Cartwright.
Well, what a difference a year makes. You know, when Rambis played with the Lakers, he always played 4 corners. Now he only plays 2. The ball never gets in.
They say he's got a good jump shot. He never used it in L.A. because they never ran anything for it. Here comes Del Curry into the game. Robert Reed goes up. There's the youngster from Kentucky, Rex Chapman, out with a sprained back. Inbounds pass, Grant.
Grant is on today.
Chicago is doing it. It's 23-8.
They don't know which Grant is going to show up. Maybe that's that twin problem they have. But when Grant is playing like he is today, the Bulls are a force.
Curry beats Sellers. Bingo. Jordan at the other end. Stops and pops. No. Rebound. Tripucka. Outlet pass. Holton. Holton on a drive. Running hook shot. Won't go. Hoppen missed the tip. Boy, they missed some easy chances, have the Hornets. Sam Vincent up top. Sellers baseline line drive jump won't go. Rebound Hoppen. Outlet pass comes to Michael Holton. Holton finds Tripucka on the wing, rolls it low to Rambis, knocked away by Jordan, had to foul. On the scoreboard, Utah whacking away at Miami. Indiana hanging in early against Atlanta. Cleveland winning big again. Boy, they are scary.
Without a doubt right now, Cleveland playing the best basketball in the NBA, and they are really trying to let everybody know that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And they're blowing out good teams. Not beating them, just blowing them away.
Well, after that loss they had to the Lakers, they came back and dominated the Detroit Pistons, beat the Atlanta Hawks, both of them at home.
Killed Atlanta.
Finally got the monkey off their back in Boston, and they seem to be very confident.
Scottie Pippen is checked in. Grant goes out. Horace hampered by the flu, and that's probably what got him out of the game at this somewhat early juncture. 4 minutes left in the quarter. It's 23-12. Holton against Jordan. Cartwright sets the pick. Vincent, the open jumper. Not this time. Rebound by Hoppen. He's done a good job off the glass. Holton works the right sideline against Sam Vincent. Now finds Tripucka. His jump shot won't go. Rebound Cartwright. Tripucka. not shooting it well in the early going. Cartwright his third rebound. Jordan checked nicely by Holton. Cartwright has it knocked free. No whistle. Ahead to Holton. Good pass to Puka. Layup good. Pippen tried to draw a charge. No call was forthcoming.
Sometimes when it comes too easy, you have a tendency to get a little careless, and the Bulls the last couple of times down have done that, but they've been able to do almost whatever they wanted at the offensive end.
23-14 our score. Pippen to Brad Sellers. Down low, terrible pass intended for Cartwright. Michael Holton with it. Trapuka drives again. Good again. They're right back in the ball game, and they've got the crowd going for them now. Timeout, Chicago. A standing O in Charlotte. 2:39 left, first quarter. Chicago by 7. On Christmas night, Charles Barkley and the Philadelphia 76ers will be in a festive mood as they host the Washington Bullets. This annual holiday matchup has become a tradition on TBS Sports. Washington at Philadelphia, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Superstation. Ho, ho, ho! Pete Van Wieren not pictured here, and Steve Jones not pictured here. We'll have the play-by-play story for you on Christmas night. I can tell it's not Pete because there's too much hair. And then on Tuesday, Houston at Miami. We'll take a look at the Miami Heat for the first time. Rick Barry will join me for that one at 8:05. Jordan intercepts the inbounds pass. 3-on-1 to Vincent. The trailer is Sellers. He's fouled by Holton. He'll shoot 2, but a good play by Holton anyway. Saved a certain basket.
Well, you know Sellers was going to come over the top, and that certainly was going to be easy too, but there's the guy that's key to play. Jordan leads the NBA in steals, and you can understand why. He's got great anticipation, cat-like quickness, hopped on that one and started him in transition.
John Paxson and Dave Corzine about to check in for Chicago. Sellers tries again. Vincent and Cartwright rest on the Chicago bench.
When Corzine comes in the ball game, they become less of a low post team, a little bit more of a high post type of team that allows people that like to cut to the basket a better opportunity to get down inside.
Sellers makes one of the two. It's 24-16. 2:35 left in the quarter. Holton up top. Trapuka hop and set the pick. He missed it. Shot an air ball. Rebound, Brad Sellers ahead to John Paxson. Paxson heads up the floor. Scottie Pippen on the way. Sellers up top. 2:10 left, first quarter. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you from Charlotte. Scottie Pippen left it way short. Del Curry the rebound. Curry lead pass to Holton. Back to Curry. The head of the circle into the lane. Good look to Hop, and he goes to the hole and is fouled. Prior to the shot, foul is on Dave Corzine with 1:56 left in the quarter.
Good offense is getting a player a ball where he can do some damage, and for Dave Hoppin, it has to be somewhere in the paint. They get the ball to him. He gets a chance to put it on the floor, make a little move, draws the foul, and now he's at the line.
He tries again. 24-16. And he draws a blank. 0 for 2. And Jordan up the floor. Michael has been quiet tonight on the offensive end.
Well, you see, he draws 3 people, and that's going to allow them to shoot the ball wide open. They can't get it down.
Holton heads the other way. Curry.
Curry's got one of the best strokes in the NBA, and if he can heat up, that'll keep them in a competitive position.
They're down now by only 6, and Jordan throws it away, intended for Pippen. Tim Kenton, the big guy out of Notre Dame, checks into the game. So does Earl Curitan for the Hornets.
I don't want to direct or anything, but if we ever get a chance to get a look at Dick Harter when his team has the ball, he gets down on both teams. We've seen coaches on one, but he gets down on both of them sometimes and scoots along the floor.
Kempton goes to work. Trapuka deflected away out of bounds by Jordan. Craig Hodges into the game for Chicago. Michael Jordan up. 1:07 left in the quarter. The inbounds pass to Trapuka. Off it comes to Holton. Knocked away from him. Recovered by Curtin. Got it. Curtin has modeled a lot of NBA uniforms. Most recently, the Clippers. Charlotte is now on a 12-3 run. Porzine's hook. No. Rebound by Curtin. They can move to within 2 after trailing by 13, can the Hornets. And they've got some folks really buzzing here.
I knew you'd work that in.
Curry. They'll get another chance, perhaps. He's on the line. Pippen argues that he was shoved. You see the time remaining in the quarter.
Well, now you know why the people appreciate him so much here. They try, and they continue to try. Trapuka misses inside. He thought he got fouled.
Scottie Pippen up the floor. 20 seconds left in the quarter. They can play for one shot. And doubtless will on top by 4.
Hodges is not a player who really looks for penetration. He prefers to shoot the ball outside. They find Sellers on the drive, but he can't finish.
1 second left, and Chicago will inbound on the end line. Who's going to get a technical first, Harter or Trapuka? It's a dead heat.
Well, Trapuka probably will get his first because he's closest, but they're both talking about the same way.
Porzine misses at the buzzer. After 1, the Bulls lead, but a big Charlotte comeback. It's 24-20. We'll be back.
It appeared that the Chicago Bulls were going to dominate that first period of play. They finished with just a 4-point advantage, and a lot of it happened on second effort by the Hornets. Earl Curtin comes in, hustling play to make the save, and that gets the enthusiastic Dick Harter applauding for his Hornets, and the crowd is in this one as well as the coach.
And the second quarter gets underway, and Kempton will inbound. Last of the crew cuts there. Ricky Green, the veteran out of Michigan, checks into the game for Charlotte.
The Bulls show trap, and they make a good cross-court pass, and that's one of the ways you can beat pressure is to make a penetrating pass inside, and they draw the foul. You see the shooting percentages, and that'll tell you that if you shoot the ball poorly, you can find yourself behind the 8 ball. Everything else is even in this ball game.
Curtin makes the first free throw. They have an interesting mascot here. Hugo the Hornet. We'll be showing you him as we go along.
Well, those are some bad numbers when you shoot 53% from the field and 52 from the line. He got both of those, though.
Against pressure, Chicago beats the trap, gets a 2-on-1, and Craig Hodges takes it to length. 26-22, 11:38 left in the first half. Green to Curry. Trap is employed by Chicago. Green, high arcing jump shot, in and out. Rebound, Dave Porzine. Off it comes to Paxson. Lob pass, beautifully down to Sellers, to Pippen. Great pass by Paxson. 28-22, 11:10 left in the first half.
Now, if you wanted to call this is a 1-3-1 trap, and the way you beat it is just like the Hornets are doing there. Move the ball around, get it back in the middle, blocked by Porzine.
And he celebrates that by dribbling it up the floor. Grant, in and out, tough break for him. Rebound by Del Curry. Ricky Green against Paxson. 28-22. 10:45 remaining in the first half. Kempton goes to the hole. Got a layup. Scottie Pippen works the wing. Stepped on the line. It goes back to Charlotte.
The message that Doug Collins is trying to get to Scottie Pippen, there's no place to go. If you're going to penetrate, try to come where you've got a lane. He's trying to go right down the sideline, the baseline. There wasn't any room. Curry.
Well, he can shoot it. Curry has 6 points now. 28-26. Chicago's 13-point lead is now 2. Corzine against Kempton. Drew the foul. As he missed, he'll shoot 2. Del Curry's out of Virginia Tech. He is really a good shooter. He hasn't gotten a chance to play much, and injuries have hampered him this year, but he can light it up.
Well, he's one of those players that they counted on for offense, and you can see his offensive ability. And certainly when you got a guy that's as true from the outside, that helps open up things inside as well, even though they don't have a big inside player in terms of scoring. Curry keeps that one alive for Puritan.
And Ricky Green up the floor, 29-26. Green comes out of that mess with the ball and with play instruction. Reed, who's been having tough luck with his jump shot. Kempton.
Now, Kempton did everything right but finished the play. A good hustling save. Paxson for 3.
Got none. Rebound by Reed. It's a little wild and woolly right now. Dick Harter with playing sketch. Boy, he is a perpetual motion machine over there. Curry. Not that time. He rushed it. Rebound by Paxson. Scottie Pippen. That's a 2-point try, way short. Rebound. Recovered by Ricky Green. He can still move. Foul.
Now Kempton showing that, you know, he's a guy that's going to hustle and stay after it. Corzine goes on the floor. He gets away from him, but just doesn't have quite enough to finish the play, and the Bulls go the other way. Pippen out of the ball game, replaced by Michael Jordan.
Now Dick Harter is on his feet again. Muggsy Bogues checks into the game for Charlotte, along with Holton.
Now, what you want from a guy like Bogues is the penetration to try to create some things inside. Reed misses the first, can't get the second.
Well, they missed a bunch of layups. And through it all, they're down by only 3. Michael's back. They call that an offensive foul on Jordan.
Well, the pump fake got Kempton in the air. Jordan knew he was there, tipped the shoulder just a little bit, and it goes against him, and that's one of those rare calls.
2 fouls on Jordan. That could be an item. Kempton goes to the hole. Tries again. And is finally rewarded.
A year ago, as a Los Angeles Clipper, Kempton was not that aggressive, not that sure of himself, getting a chance to play here. He's at least showing the ability to take the ball to the hole with some authority.
Jordan throws it away. The Hornets can take the lead. Grant fumbles it away. Puritan with it. Bogues slows things down. They're on their feet here. This is some success story. Reed. Well, he can't make a jump shot. Paxson up the floor.
Well, neither team really shooting the ball well from the perimeter now. The Bulls were earlier in the ball game. They have cooled. That's allowed the Hornets to get back in the ball game. They're allowing them one chance, trying to push it back with Holton heading the attack.
Boggs, a good look. Charlotte leads. A 20-second timeout, I think, yes. Called by Chicago. And you're right. The reason they like this team is they play so hard.
They just keep trying. They really never give up. They realize that they don't have the talent, and at some point, that catches up with them.
Now they've changed it, we understand, to a full timeout. We'll be back. Chicago led 21-8 early. Since then, Charlotte has outscored the Bulls 22-8 to lead by 1.
They have taken advantage of the fact that the Bulls have not shot the ball well from the perimeter. They pushed it back the other way, and they've really gotten a lot of second chance points to get themselves back in the ball game. Doug Collins now trying to right his ship through Michael Jordan,
who's off to a slow start. Paxson goes to the hole, lays it in. And the lead swings back to Chicago. It's 31-30. Tyrone Boggs front court. The little guy out of Wake Forest, Michael Holton. Reed, Kempton with it. Works now against Cartwright. Up top, Boggs. He had sort of a wasted year at Washington last year. Kiritin. It won't go for him. Cartwright the rebound. So Chicago by 1 and with the ball with 6.5 minutes remaining in our first half. Craig Sager in our studios with all the other NBA news of the day. That's the travel against Grant.
I think with a little guy like Boggs, you've got to try to play as much up tempo as you possibly can to try to take advantage of the fact that he is so small but has penetrating ability. They haven't done that yet, and keep the ball in his hand.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, Steve Jones will select the Miller Lite player of the game and will salt if anybody has missed it. Reed misses again. Boy, he's having an awful time.
Now, he came into the ball game shooting 29%. And the way he's shooting the ball right now, sort of aiming it, indicates that he is struggling. Missed by Cartwright.
Reed 1 of 7 from the field. Here comes Muggsy. Undaunted, he tries again and is rewarded. The Hornets by 1.
But you don't sit your way out of the shooting slump. You've got to continue to put the ball in the air, and if you've got a good stroke, eventually it'll come back to you.
Jordan now played by Reed. Lost it on the way up. Rebound by the Hornets. Michael Holton leads a break. 17-footer, no. Rebound by Boggs. His jumper, yes. He's short of stature, but that little guy is put together like a prize fight. Cartwright and Kempton bang at one another. Jordan goes base, goes to the hole and misses. Rebound, Kempton. He dribbles it up the floor. Leaves it for Boggs. His pass stolen by Jordan. Jordan on a drive. Checked by Reed and a foul on Reed. His second.
The thing that is amazing is really kind of the ball handling ability that Kempton has for a guy that big. He handled that ball in the middle really very well, and that may be a plus for him. Tripucka back in the ball game. Holton will sit down. The rebirth, I guess that's what we can call it, a Kelly Tripucka, who was a big star with the Detroit Pistons and suddenly was in no man's land as the Utah Jazz, and now the scoring and the shooting touches return as the Charlotte Hornets.
Jordan has struggled, but not that time. Jordan now with 6 points. Boggs with playing instructions as he heads to the front court. Brad Sellers to return to the Chicago lineup. Tripucka goes base, goes to the hole, has it blocked away, and a whistle and a foul. Don Vincent. Hornets by 1 with 4:26 left in a very low scoring first half. Sellers in. Hodges goes up. Boy, this has got to be frustrating for Chicago. They started the game so brilliantly, and then it's like they ran into a brick wall.
Well, what happens sometimes when it comes that easy is you think you can do anything you want with the basketball, and then you get out of that good offensive rhythm. They were taking advantage of wide open opportunities and medium range jump shot, knocking those down defensively. They were forcing the Hornets to shoot the ball over the top, running it down. Suddenly they got out of that running game and started just playing a perimeter game.
Curitan keeps it alive to Tripucka. Off balance jump. Got it. Hornets' biggest lead, 37-33. Vincent to Jordan. 4:05 left in the quarter. Jordan goes to work. And a foul.
Now, when Jordan really tries to play what you would call just basic basketball, he can be dominating. Quick off the dribble, explodes inside, and just glides in for an easy two. Robert Reed picks up the personal foul.
Jordan seeks his 9th point and has it. 37-36 Hornets. 4 minutes left in the first half. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you from the spanking new Charlotte Coliseum.
Pressure by the Bulls in some form of a trap, but they beat it, and again they've done a good job of passing the ball for wide open chances. Reed can't get that one down.
Jordan against Bogue, spins by him, pulls up and jumps, won't go. Rebound, Robert Reed. Muggsy Bogues heads the other way. Scoops it up short. No pun intended. And Charlotte still controls the basketball.
Now the little fella got right in the basket, tried to squeeze that one out, and like a lot of the inside attempts, they've all been a little short for the Hornets, but they get it back.
Michael Holton checks back in as Reed departs. Tripucka hangs in the air. Got it. Nice shot. Hornets by 3, 39-36, 3:18 left in the half. Sam Vincent crosses the line. Jordan fumbles it away, but slaps it to Sellers, and a foul on Tripucka.
A tough matchup for Brad Sellers, a smaller player, and Tripucka can beat him off the dribble, which he does, and gets a tough running one-hander to go in.
3:08 left in the first half. Horace Grant leaves it for Sam Vincent. His jump shot. Kempton jumps out to help as they battle for the rebound. A foul on Chicago.
They get Sellers over the top trying to rebound the basketball.
Coming up at halftime, the Prudential Halftime Report. Craig Sager in our studios with NBA news, scores, and highlights from around the league. And a feature on Kelly Tripucka. All that at halftime. Bogues into the lane. Bumped by Grant.
Number 54, Marcus Grant with the ball for the Bulls.
That's 3 on Grant.
15 on Chicago.
So Grant picks up his third with 2:49 left in the half, and the Hornets on top by 3.
I wouldn't.
Beautiful $1 million scoreboard here in Charlotte. This is the second one they've had. This one's working fine, and that's what happened to the first one back in August. Destroyed the floor and the scoreboard. Luckily, no one was hurt. The Olympians were about to practice. We're about 10 minutes away from practice when the thing fell to the deck. But everything is all right now.
Now you look at his shooting percentage, and again, when we finish the first period of play, you take a look at the bench scoring. The Bulls are shooting 52%, Charlotte 35%. A reversal of that now for the game. The Bulls are shooting 39%. They're only shooting 13% for the quarter. And anytime you're shooting that poorly, you're going to fall behind. Bogues misses his first free throw.
2:49 left. Earl Curitan has been a big help off that bench. 6 points, 6 rebounds to this one. Bogues missed them both. 2:45 left in the first half. Jordan up the score. Floor against Michael Holton. They go to the double team. Scottie Pippen with the ball. It's kicked away by Kempton. New 24. Good play by Kempton.
Shot clock reset.
Pippen inbound. 2.5 minutes remaining in the half. Pippen into the lane, leaves it for Sam Vincent, and a 3-second violation.
Now the Bulls have become tentative about taking that perimeter jump shot. There have been some open opportunities. They're thinking more about getting inside. They end up not pulling the trigger. They get a 3-second violation.
You see the time remaining in the first half. Michael Holton on the wing from Bogues. Trapuka goes through, tries to backdoor. Sellers won't let him. Now he takes it on the wing, tries to force his way in. Good pass. Kempton got the layup. Couple of Notre Damers teaming up. We're in the 2-minute period, and the Hornets lead by 5. A nightmare quarter for the Bulls. They have but 12 points in the period.
They're trying to find Cartwright inside. Kempton's doing a good job of trying to battle around him. Finally gets called for the foul. He's saying, wait, what about all the elbows that I caught on the way over? Looks like he ought to be a Marine.
He is saying something about getting scratched in the face or elbowed in the face or something.
And he took a few shots away on the way across. Cartwright does a good job of keeping his body in between him and the defender when he gets that position. That's one of the reasons that he gets to the free throw line so many times when he's really a focal point in the offensive scheme.
Watch his free throw shooting. He looks like a robot, mechanical man. But he's an excellent shooter. Point. I jinched it. And the ball goes to Charlotte. 41-37. A minute 42 remaining till halftime. Steve Jones, Skip Carey from the Charlotte Coliseum. The Bulls and Hornets. Pippen stole the Kempton pass. Vincent down the middle with the left hand. He got it. 41-39. A delay of game warning of another one of my really favorite calls in the NBA. And now play resumes. They take more time calling the delay of game. They delay more by calling it than they do when they originally delayed. Holton up top. Bogue zips it back to Holton. 6 on the shot clock. Kempton. Good fake. Laid it in. He got Cartwright off his feet. 43-39. A minute left till halftime.
They've done a good job of handling the pressure that the Bulls have thrown at him. And Kempton's played very well since he's come in the game. Cartwright trying to work in the middle, gets another foul.
And a hoop.
Now we take a look at Kempton, who starts high on the post against the pressure. Now he's trying to find a spot. They get him down low. They squeeze a little pass in, and he gets a chance to score. He's got 8 points in the period. Dave Hoppen comes back in. He's got 3 personal fouls. Kempton goes out with the same number.
And Cartwright tries to convert the 3-point play. Hodges in, Jordan out for the Bulls. 48 seconds left. He made that one. It's a 1-point game. Charlotte has the lead on the ball.
Pressure by the Bulls, gives them a turnover, but they steal it back.
That's how they play, boy. They scrap for everything. Rebound Sellers. Hodges with it now. Sam Vincent crosses the line. 43-42 the score. 12 on the shot clock. You see the time in the half. 9 on the shot clock. 2-shot foul for Pippen. Trapuka argues about that as well. And Pippen shoots 2 with 14 seconds left. That's 3 fouls on Trapuka.
He had the hand down low as Pippen started to make the drive across. He took a tough shot. I'm sure Trapuka didn't think he'd get rewarded by a free throw, but he's at the line nonetheless.
10 seconds left. Puritan drew the foul. He'll shoot 2 with 8 seconds remaining. Now Michael Jordan will come back in for the last 8 seconds. They wanted to protect him from getting his 3rd foul in this particular spot, but now that they'll be on offense, both Jordan and John Paxson, a good long-range bomber, check into the game.
Ralph Lewis comes in to get Trapuka out for the final 8 seconds of this half.
I always thought Lewis was going to be an effective player in this league, and he may still be, but he hasn't gotten it done yet, has he?
Well, what Lewis needs is a chance to play. This may be the place that gets him started. But it's tough to be an effective player when you're sitting down. Kelly Trapuka can testify.
It is tough to be an effective player sitting down. Very good point. Bulls by 1. Pippen, he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. Takes it to the hole and dunks it home. Nobody expected him to keep going, but he did. The inbounds pass to Bogue. Good if it goes. No. We're at halftime. 46-44 is our halftime score. The Bulls on top by 2, but as they normally do, the Hornets hanging tough.
Well, the thing that Doug Collins is telling his team right now is, fellas, we don't want to let them hang around and think that they have a chance to win this game. And that's what they believe right now. And what you've got to do with the Hornets is put them down and keep them down. And we saw early in the ball game, they do have that scrappiness that makes them competitive and allows them to stay in the game. Harter, on the other hand, is telling his team, fellas, just keep doing what you're doing. We'll be okay. Now, you see what we were talking about, the halftime stats and the fact that at one point the Bulls weren't shooting the ball well. They've improved their shooting once again. The Hornets are still not shooting the ball well, but they've got themselves in a competitive position. The evenness and all the rest of the stats and makes you aware that it's an even ball game. And the difference for the Hornets has been their bench scoring. They've been able to get big production there.
And that's a bit of a surprise because you'd figure that the Chicago team, not an expansion team, would be the deeper, but so far that has not been the case. Here's some highlights, Steve.
Well, the Chicago Bulls were really able to dominate the ball game early with their defense. They denied Kurt Rambis a chance to penetrate inside, and notice how open the court is. And the first rule of basketball is just stop the man with the ball. Jordan pulls up, makes a nice little medium-range jump shot. Now, what helped the Charlotte Hornets get back in the game was second effort. Kempton showing the ability to put the ball on the floor. Can't make the first try, stays after it. This is a tough little effort right here, but he gets that one to go in. And at that point, the Hornets are back in the net. The scoring leaders, Jordan with a very quiet night as he returns here, and Kelly Trapuka, the leader for the Hornets. He has been that the entire season.
Oh, great analysts. Tell me what each team must do to win this game in the final 2 quarters of basketball.
Make points.
Good. There's Hugo the Hornet. There with the youngster. Hugo is the one with the sunglasses or whatever.
Really, I mean, you know, when you talk about types of games that you play, the Chicago Bulls, who had this game in hand early, played a very good defensive game at the end, allowed themselves to get into an open court game and score very easily. They then reverted to more of a half-court game and shooting the ball over the top. As you take a look at the Doug Collins and the record he has amassed, and the Hornets got back in the game just by scrapping. If you're going to be the Hornets, what you're going to try to do is continue to have that effort, hope that the other team continues to shoot the ball over the top. And Dick Harter, of course, is in his first season as an NBA coach.
Meanwhile, a reminder once more, Christmas night, 7 o'clock, Pete Van Wieren, Steve Jones, Washington at Philadelphia will have it for you, a special edition NBA Christmas night. And then Tuesday night, Houston will play at Miami at 8:05, and Rick Barry will join me for that one. Here, the third quarter is about to get rolling. Here we go. Michael Holton will bring it up the floor. Trapuka has 3 fouls. So do both centers for Charlotte. Pippen and Kempton. Kelly comes off Pippen, but he missed, and Cartwright the rebound. Sam Vincent up the floor to Jordan.
Now, at some point, you would expect that fellow with the basketball really get going offensively and try to take charge. He's trying to find Cartwright and can't control.
So the teams exchange turnovers. Lead pass. Look at Jordan get up in the air. It was intended for Harter. Michael at the other end into the lane. Good look down low. Cartwright shoots two. I think Holton got him. He did.
Cartwright made eye contact with Jordan after the steal and said, "Michael, please." And he accommodated by finding him after he made a quick little move inside. Cartwright back on the line.
And he can give his team a 4-point lead if he makes them both. This building cost $52 million. It's got 9 miles of plumbing pipes in it. Just thought you might want to know that. It's a 3-point Chicago lead. 11:20 left in the third quarter. Up and up top low. Holton lays it up and in. He beats Sam Vincent. A 1-point game. 11:05 left, third quarter.
Ideally, what you'd like to do if you're Chicago is be able to start your attack a lot closer to the basket. They find Cartwright with a good turnaround.
Well, they haven't made many jump shots since the first 6 minutes of the game, but Cartwright made that one. 49-46, 10:45 left, quarter number 3. Holton, not this time. Rebound. Grant ahead. It comes to Vincent to Sellers. Sellers up the right wing. Spins it up top to Sam Vincent. 10.5 minutes left in the third. Jordan. Oh, he's had an off night. Rebound, knocked loose. They can start over again. Sam Vincent with the ball. 10:20 left.
Well, Jordan has experienced what a lot of players experience, and you wouldn't think that Jordan, as great as he is, would. Coming home for the first time is not an easy task. Cartwright with another hoop.
51-46. Rambis answers that one. Rambis now with 4. Jordan at the other end. Reed and Holton have done a pretty good job. They made him earn what he's got. Good pass there. And Grant gets the layup from Jordan. 53-48. 9:45 left. Holton works the right wing. Trapuka jump shot long, tipped out, however, to Holton. Robert Reed, well, he's trouble. Cartwright saves to Vincent. Vincent takes it the length, lays it up and in.
No one got to Sam Vincent, and that allowed him to go coast to coast, and Dick Harter wants a timeout.
He's really upset. The coaches hate that when a little guy can drive the length of the floor and shoot a layup. It does not augur well. 9:19 left, third quarter, and the Bulls have upped their lead to 7. We'll be back.
Chicago has a 7-point advantage, but both teams would like to continue this kind of offensive play. The Charlotte Hornets do a good job of moving the ball and finding Michael Holton right at the basket for an easy opportunity for him. And penetration always creates problems for the defense. Jordan with the penetration and the pass, and Horace Grant over the top. Well, it's a quiet night for Michael Jordan if you looked at the numbers, but you look at 5 turnovers and you say the reason he's got the turnovers, he's tried to make something happen. He's also got about 4 or 5 steals in this ball game, so that neutralizes that number. They get an illegal defense against the Chicago Bulls.
It's against Sam Vincent. He's in a state of shock.
Miami.
Boy, that would be a big win for them. Atlanta has blown it open against Indiana, and Seattle has come from way back at Cleveland. They did the same thing in Atlanta the other night. They were 17 points down, wound up losing by 3. Counted and a foul.
Recognition of when you have a chance to go to the basket is also key in scoring, and Holton, realizing he had the entire right side open, took it in, used the offhand, and now he has a chance for the 3-point play. So Holton comes right out of the shoot, gets 5 points for the Hornets.
And makes it a 55-51 game with Chicago on top. 8:55 remaining in the third. Sellers on the wing against Trapuka.
Well, Sellers is an outside-in player and really hasn't had a chance to get involved in the game. They get a foul against Cartwright, trying to get that good inside position.
And this program authorized under rights granted by the NBA solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts is prohibited. Kelly Tripucka. Rambis threw it away, intended for Hoppen. He didn't anticipate the pass.
You wonder who Rambis is talking to, himself or Dave Hoppen. That was a good look for Hoppen to cut to the basket. But again, Rambis is not noted for his passing ability.
Sam Vincent dribbles around up top. Still 55-51, 8:20 left in the third. Jordan baseline, no, an air ball. Hoppen ahead to Holton. Michael Holton near the head of the circle, directing some traffic as he dribbled. Reed to Tripucka for three. No. Rebound by Vincent. Jordan back to Vincent. Chip shot. Missed it. Got it back.
You know, the last time Jordan struggled like this was when we had him out in Los Angeles. They played the Clippers. Did not play well that night. And I hate to be the guy that has to get him the next night. He got 52 against the Denver Nuggets the following night. So someone will pay for this. Hornets on a break.
Reed to Tripucka. 20-second timeout called by Chicago. They can't. So far, they can't pull away from these guys. It's a two-point game, and the crowd is rocking and rolling.
Now, Rambis is trying to get the good position in there, massaging him just a little bit with both hands, and then he knocks the ball away.
Might have been a break for Charlotte on that particular play. 7:33 left in the third quarter. 55-53 is the score.
Well, Kurt Rambis is also a player that gets the rebirth here. A year ago, he was a forgotten man with the champion Los Angeles Lakers. This year, he's getting a chance to play. And I guess you could always go back to any stage in a player's career. Playing time is one of the key ingredients. And when you don't play, you feel like you're not part of the team.
Vincent front court against Michael Holton. Cartwright, boy, is a good shooter. It looks like he does everything wrong, but the ball winds up in the bottom of the basket. 57-53. Cartwright now with 14. To lead Chicago. Tripucka shot it long. Rebound, Rambis. That won't go. Tip won't go. Robert Reed. Yes. Still a two-point game. 6:55 in the third. Jordan into the lane. Scoops it up. Drew the foul prior to the shot. It's on Robert Reed. That's 3 on him. 6:52 remaining in the third. Bulls by 2 and with the ball on the side. Second team foul on the Hornets in this third quarter. Well, will this guy get it going? Not yet.
Well, I think he has to concentrate on making those kinds of plays. He has got a good perimeter game that will force him to come out and play him. Once he starts making the shot from the outside, then he can really go in and penetrate strong.
He's 4 out of 11, Michael is, from the field tonight. Tripucka into the lane to Hoppen. Got it. Tie game with 6:20 in the third. Score it, and a foul on Hoppen. Boy, what a shot by Vincent. That's 4 on Hoppen.
The Charlotte Hornets have come out with good ball movement. They have gotten the ball to people where they can do something with it. Hoppen with a nice turnaround little jump shot. Pats Kelly Tripucka on the back. Thanks him for the 2 points. 3-point play for Sam Vincent.
To answer that, and that gives the Bulls a 60-57 lead. Great anticipation. Here we go. 62-57.
Another steal by Jordan, but he really accelerated to put that one down with authority. Robert Reed is talking to himself about the pass that was intercepted.
Tim Kempton about to return to the Charlotte lineup. Holton down low. Reed blew the layup. Rebound. They call a jump ball prior to that shot.
Real quick recognition by Michael Holton, and Reed trying to catch and put it back all in one motion. Just missed a try, stayed after it, but couldn't get it done. You'll see Holton right there at the basket as Reed, and he didn't want to come down, and then they get the jump ball.
Grant and Reed will jump it with 5:36 left in the third quarter. They're going to jump this thing eventually. And the tip is won by the Hornets. Motion 5 is the play coming up for Charlotte.
Well, what Charlotte has been able to do is move the ball and move people. Chicago's got to put more pressure at the point of attack. Jordan trying to make the steal, picks up the foul.
His third.
Bulls foul, number 23, Michael Jordan, his third. Second free foul. Number 50, Robert Reed at the line for the Hornets.
Doug Collins talks it over with his troops. We've got two live wire coaches in this one, two very emotional guys. Reed tries again.
Well, he reminds me of Rambis now. He goes way back behind the top of the free throw line, goes through his motion. Now he's going to come up. All he has to do is turn his back and grunt a couple times. He'd be Rambis reincarnated.
Al's probably looking into that back to the left. He appreciates the pub. 5:15 left. 62-59 Chicago. Brad Sellers with the ball. Thought about it. Jordan against a triple team has it knocked loose. On the deck, it's Rambis. He can't clear it. It's recovered by Grant. He's fouled. He'll shoot two. Players are on the deck, Rambis and Grant.
That's good defense by both teams, really. They get a triple team on Michael Jordan. You'll see how much attention he draws. Tripucka slaps the ball away, and he goes on the floor, and Rambis is there, and he said, I'm not going to give it to you, anybody. And then Cartwright gets in, helps out. Grant picks up the loose change and picks up the foul against Michael Holton. Well, that hurt my wrist, too.
Holton got the worst of all that, though it looked like Rambis. Grant walked all over him.
But Rambis was prepared for that and had knees high. Holton trying to reach in, got hammered pretty good by Grant.
4:59 left, third quarter. Grant puts them both down. He has 12 points. It's 64-59 Chicago. Reed, rebound, Scottie Pippen. He checks in with the board and heads to the front court. To Grant on a drive, good move and a foul. And Chicago's fast break pays off and another three-point opportunity.
That's one of the things that Pippen adds to the Bull attack, his ability to handle the ball and see the floor. They thought he could play three positions when they initially drafted him. They thought he might be the perfect complement in the backcourt for Michael Jordan. That is yet to pan out because of the slowness to recover from the injury that he had in the operation over the offseason. Pippen picks up his fourth personal foul.
You never know what's going to happen, but they tell me that this has happened to Charlotte a lot. They're in the game for about 2.5 quarters, and then things go away for them. They're still in this one, but they're not down by 8.
Well, you know, bows and arrows can't beat guns, and if you don't have enough guns, you end up losing the fight. Nice drive by Tripucka.
67-61 with 4:22 in the third. Pippen heads for the hole, leaves it up top for Vincent to Jordan. He puts a jump shot down. That's not good news for Charlotte. If he gets it going, he can blow it open all by himself, but Charlotte keeps hanging around here. It's 69-61, and timeout is called to get some moisture off the basketball. Stick with a Rambis rope. Maybe somebody loaded it up. Michael Holton front court. Trapuka. He'll shoot 2, and he's a good free throw shooter. Grant picks up his 4th.
Throughout his career, Trapuka's always shot the free throws well, and one of the things that helps him when he's playing against bigger people is his ability to put the ball on the floor. That's what got Horace Grant his 4th personal foul. Kempton out of the ball game, and Earl Cureton in. Sellers will come back to replace Grant, who also has the same problem.
I don't know if Kempton got hit in the eye or what. He's got poked in the left eye, I guess. Sellers for Grant. Trapuka now with 18 points. (69-63). 3:45 left in the 3rd. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you from the Charlotte Coliseum. Scottie Pippen on the right sideline. Vincent against Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Sellers, rebound. Cartwright had it. Controls it. Jordan. Yes.
Well, since he couldn't go right at the basket, he went around and then hammered it home with 2 hands. 6 in a period for Jordan.
Took the circumferential highway to the hoop that time.
Well, you are throwing some words out. Christmas does this to you?
Yeah, it's amazing. 71-63. Trapuka, yes. He's the guy they got to go to. He's got 21.
Trapuka's doing his job. He's keeping them close and in the ball game. Down by 6.
Good anticipation by Holton. He's got a 2-on-1. Del Curry gets the layup. Michael Holton's an impressive-looking player. Not a great scorer, but he knows he's a very intelligent player.
Now, he's done a good job of making some good decisions and done a good job defensively tonight.
Charlotte hasn't said goodbye in this one. 2:35 left in the 3rd, and they've moved back to within 4. Who can forget 1982 freshman Michael Jordan, the shot that beat Georgetown in the NCAA Finals. He was the toast to Carolina then, and he shares the billing now with the Hornets. 71-67, 2:35 left. In the last 2.5, Jordan has gotten 6 of his points. He might be about to erupt here. Well, there is always that possibility.
There's always that possibility, but if he's going to do it, he has to look to be more offensive-minded, and that hasn't been the case. Let's see if they keep the ball in his hands a little bit more at the offensive end.
San Vincent. Jordan goes left. 5 on the shot clock. Cartwright, 2 on the shot clock. Beat the buzzer, but missed. Charlotte can move to within a basket. Holton up the floor. Earl Cureton. Trapuka on the drive. He gets smugged. Scott Pippen called for the foul. John Paxson checks into the game.
You see Dick Harter, and he's happy with the effort. Trapuka has returned to being Kelly. He's got all the curls back in his hair. But what sets up that drive is his ability to shoot the ball from the outside. A little up move, and when he just raises up, the player usually comes up with him, and he puts the ball on the floor and goes. Misses his first free throw.
71-67. He drills this one. It's a 3-point game. John Paxson heads the other way as we enter the 2-minute period in the 3rd. Pippen knocked away on a foul and 2 shots. That's 4 on Trapuka, if the foul is in fact on him.
That's Trapuka. That is his 4th. Jordan out of the ball game. Craig Hodges in, but that's one of the ways to really hurt the Hornets, get Trapuka in foul trouble, then they struggle scoring. Wow. Well, it had to come eventually. Now we'll see if they can hold up. They've had some problems holding leads in the final part of the game, but the Heat have got a big advantage at home tonight.
Against a good team, too. They're not beating chopped liver. Trapuka out with the 4 fouls. Pippen misses the free throw. Curitan the rebound. A minute 42 remaining at 72-68. We're in the 3rd period. Del Curry, good look to Curitan. His hook shot banged up there. Rebound, Paxson. Gets it back from Cartwright. Hodges bombs away from outside, won't go. Rebound winds up with Curitan with a minute 22. Holton heads to the hoop. Won't go. Rebound. Sellers to Paxson. Lob pass for Pippen, too tall.
Well, they were trying to get that same connection that they made in the first half when Paxson led him beautifully. He just caught and dunked it over the top. This time too much, and it's a turnover. The Bulls show trap. But the Hornets really have not had problems with this pressure. They have beat it by moving the ball before the double team gets to them.
Reed's shooting problems continue. Rambis finds Curry for 3. Yes. 72-71 with 38 seconds. A big 3-pointer for Del Curry. Paxson for Cartwright. 10 on the shot clock.
Some confusion offensively by Chicago.
They got a terrible shot up there. Curry the rebound, and the Hornets can take the lead as they play for the final shot. They have all the time in the quarter. A standing O again in Charlotte. Holton drives the base. Yes. At the end of 3, the Hornets have the lead at 73-72.
It's these kind of plays that give coaches nightmare. With 4 seconds left, the last thing you want is penetration. Holton with the strong effort finishes a period, and the Hornets go on top by 1, and you'll see again the enthusiastic Dick Harter respond.
And we've got 12 minutes of regulation remaining. These guys play hard. They really do.
Well, you know what that information tells us. The Hornets got a good chance of winning tonight. You know, when they're down at the end of 3, they got no shot. So they're a game above 500, and we'll see if they can hold this 1-point advantage with the Bulls really not being consistent and steady tonight.
Muggsy Bogues checks in. Tim Kempton is back in the game with Curitan, Reed, and Curry against Paxson, Jordan, Hodges, Sellers, and Grant. Scottie Pippen inbounds, and Jordan brings it up. Anybody's game as we go to the final quarter. On the shot clock. Jordan drew the foul, got it in the air. It's a 2-shot opportunity. Bogues is called for the foul. He says he was still dribbling the ball. But Bennett Salvatore doesn't want to hear that.
The presence of Jordan is always enough to make the opposition nervous. The fact that he can explode for plus 20 in a period, even though he is struggling here so far tonight, makes him a dangerous element and really improves the chances of everybody else having a chance to score as he gets the second free throw.
We're tied at 73 with 11:38 left. Kempton in the middle off the post. Yes. Charlotte by 2. Greg Hodges up the floor for Chicago. The Bulls got out to a 21-8 lead, but Charlotte scrapped back. Good effort by Curry, pays off in a steal. Bogues tied up, jump ball.
Bogues just about to make his move that would have probably set Kempton up for some sort of inside opportunity, and they get a saving play by Horace Grant. The Bulls should control the tap. If you're the Hornets, you got to think about gambling and trying to steal. The crowd here, they love it.
Chicago won the jump. 11 minutes left in the game, or at least in regulation time. Hodges attacks against Curry. Paxson all alone for 3. Jordan found him. And the Bulls reclaim the lead, 76-75. We appear to be headed toward quite a finish in this one. Del Curry up top. Stolen by Jordan. Jordan against Curry. Hangs in the air, won't go for it. Gets another chance. That won't go. Another one won't go. Jordan again, yes. He just played a private game down there that time.
He was not going to let that opportunity get away from him. He knew he had missed a good drive the first time and stayed after it. Got a little help from Craig Hodges with the first tip.
78-75. Curitin won't go. Rebound, Grant. Hodges threw it away, but got it back. A big break for him. Paxson, 2-point try, yes. And all of a sudden, he's heated up. 80-75, and Charlotte wants to talk it over. Timeout on the floor, 9:55 left, and the Bulls are up by 5.
Well, the Astros scoring leaders, Michael Jordan, heads to pack. He's got a lot of good company this year, some new faces.
The Astro leaders, and you're a legend in your own mind. Tripucka dishes it off to Robert Reed. 5 on the shot clock. Reed's going to have to shoot another one. Fading away, and he drilled it. That's the worst shot he's taken all night. He had to take it because of the clock. And he drilled it, and the Bulls lead by 3, 80-77, 9:22 left.
The thing that they want to try to do is stay steady. Jordan with the tough drive, it won't stay. Bogues with the rebound.
To Reed, blocked beautifully by Pippen. What a play. Hodges up the floor to Paxson. He finds Hodges in three-point country. Nope, the magic is missing from his three-point shot tonight. Muggsy Bogues up the floor. The little guy works against John Paxson. Tripucka. They rimmed it, wouldn't go. Rebound by Pippen, who's played very well here in the final period. Good pass to Paxson, jumping. He is red hot.
Well, that's what Paxson does exceptionally well, and if he could help himself, it would be to look at the basket more often, but a good, wide-open stand-up jump shooter.
82-77. Paxson with the interception. Jordan, pass Bogues with the left hand, and a foul. 84-77 with 8:14 left. Timeout called by Charlotte. They sense a Chicago spurt. 8:14 left. Bulls 84. Hornets 77. We'll be back. Tonight's Polaroid Picture Perfect Play is brought to you by the new Polaroid Impulse camera. If you're ready for really incredible pictures, Steve, go with your Impulse.
Well, if you've got an Impulse camera, it's now time to capture picture perfect form. Del Curry over the top. It doesn't get any better than that. And the Hornets, Dick Harter, I'll tell you what, He is all over the place leading this crowd, and they have responded tonight. They find themselves down 7, and what they need is some offense coupled with some good defense.
I guess if you have the courage to take a three-point shot, you can't be called a chicken curry. I apologize. And Jordan to the line. 85-77. He had 9 points in the first 2.5 quarters, 12 in the last 9 minutes for Mr. Jordan. But Charlotte's still in this thing. It's 85-77. Reed against Hodges. Kempton set the pick. Reed fires. He's heating up. After a dreadful start, he's hit 2 in a row and has 12 points. 85-79. Jordan in control. Goes to the hole, into the lane, walks. .7:42 left in regulation. Bulls lead the Hornets 85-79. Steve Jones, Skip Carey from the Charlotte Coliseum. Kempton and a foul. That big guy has played well here tonight.
You know, when Kempton initially came out, he looked like he weighed about 270, 80 pounds of the Los Angeles Clippers. They've got him listed now at 245. He still wears XX shorts, but he is moving a lot better. And one of the things that he does extremely well for a guy his size, turn and face the basket, put the ball on the floor, and he gets a three-point play.
85-82, 7.5 minutes left. Charlotte will not be blown away. Jordan against Reed. Paxson played by Tripucka. Hodges, two-pointer. No. Rebound, foul on Grant. That's 5 on him. Following our NBA game, join Fred Hickman for Inside the NBA. That's after the game tonight.
So Grant is out of the ball game. Cartwright comes in. They've got Sellers at the scoring table, and we've got a three-point contest. Mr. Terry, it's time for you to stay at work.
Ah, yes. Tripucka to Kempton. 7 minutes left. Jordan the rebound. Paxson. That won't go. Michael Holton up the floor. Tripucka against Jordan now. They call the foul on Jordan. He can't believe it.
Well, of course, when you're Jordan and you have been massaged as much as he has tonight, and you think, well, I did a pretty good job of getting position, and you blow that foul, you are a little upset, but
that's life.
He handled it well.
Tripucka makes the first. He's had a big game. He has 23. 85-83.
Well, Tripucka had 9 in that third period to keep him in the ball game. Both of these free throws, and it's now a one-point contest.
They were down 8 just a minute ago, were the Hornets, and they came battling back. 6.5 minutes remaining. Knocked away from Cartwright. Kempton can give him the lead. He does, and a foul. Doug Collins wants a timeout. The Hornets have done it again. They've come off the deck one more time, and they'll be at the foul line when play resumes. We'll go back to our Atlanta studios and our colleague Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, thank you, Skip. It may be better to give than to receive, but Utah giveth away, Miami taketh away. Right here, Dwayne Washington back in the lineup, steals the pass to Billy Thompson. Miami goes up by 10, and they blow out Utah. Miami wins at home for the first time this year. Christmas coming early to the Sunshine State. Now back to Skip and Steve.
Okay, Craig. Boy, Ron Rothstein has to be a happy man to finally win one at home, huh?
Well, you knew it eventually was going to come, and you hate to be the team that loses in that situation, and Gary Sloan will not be happy as they travel back home for the Christmas holiday.
Here we've got 6:23 left. The Hornets by 1, and they will be at the foul line when play resumes.
Well, the Hornets have done an excellent job of playing pesky defense. Now, they're looking for a matchup inside against Cartwright. He tried to use his leverage, and Rambis steps around, knocks the ball away. And again, you have to be impressed with the mobility of Tim Kempton out on the open court. Gets the 2 and will return with the chance for the three-point play. Have you noticed how much louder it's gotten here as we've gotten closer to the finish?
Boy, they love this team. What a success story this is. They lead the league in attendance. They have the biggest building in the league. They've sold out 7 out of 12 home games, if my memory serves me correctly. And they're an expansion team that's, well, let's face it, they were 6 and 17 coming in here.
They're not supposed to be doing this well. Not in attendance, and certainly not as competitive out on the floor.
There's my man Hugo. What do you think of Hugo?
Hugo, they're in love with him down here.
Hugo should have been in that bar scene in Star Wars. Elsewhere in the NBA tonight, Atlanta winning easily over Indiana, or handily at any rate. Cleveland and Seattle in overtime. Cleveland had a big lead in that game. Kempton to the foul line. I think Atlanta had Seattle by 17 the other night in Atlanta. And they missed 2 3-point shots in the last 10 seconds. Thus didn't go to overtime. They're doing the same tonight, but got to overtime. Hornets by 2 at 6:20. Sam Vincent crosses the line. Jordan fades away and ties the game. He has 23. We have reached the 6-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Kempton, boy, he is all world tonight. He has 16. Hornets by 2.
Well, what Kempton is showing is if you can put the ball on the basket as a big man, you can get some good chances. He's not a traditional inside player. Cartwright back at the other end.
Over Rambis to tie it again. 89-89 with 5:30.
But as long as Kempton has that ability and advantage, they should try to go through him. Trapuka.
Beautiful foul. Shoots 2. That's 5 on Jordan. So now a big decision for Doug Collins.
We talked about getting Trapuka in foul trouble and neutralizing some of the offensive firepower of the Hornets. You know that the same is true for Jordan, who is so responsible for making so many things happen for the Chicago Bulls.
Phil Jackson talks it over with Doug Collins about what to do now.
They go with Pippen.
But not for Jordan. Pippen will come in, and I'll bet you will play Trapuka so that Jordan doesn't have to.
But if you're the Hornets, whoever Jordan is guarding, you got to try to keep some offensive pressure on him.
91-89, 5:18 left. Jordan from 21, and he hit the bottom of the basket. Side at 91, and he's got 25. 10 in the corner. Robert Reed. A 2-point basket. Both teams red hot now. 93. '91 Hornets, I think. Shot is good by Vincent. Now the game is tied at 93. They had the score reversed on the board here. 93 all with 4:32. Jordan gambled on the steal, didn't get it.
Shot clock is 5.
Reed left it short. Here comes Vincent with Jordan and Pippen. Oh, what a move. Hello. Bulls by 2 with 4:08. 27 to Jordan. Jordan plays Robert Reed at this juncture. Good look by Trapuka. Rambis gets the best. Tied at 95. Jordan on the wing against Reed. Stops, lost it. Cartwright with it. Vincent up top. 10 on the shot clock. For Cartwright, stolen by Trapuka. Bad pass by Vincent. Holton up the floor. The Hornets can take the lead. This place is up for grabs. Trapuka jump shot. No. As they battle for the rebound, a foul against Chicago.
They're going to get the foul against Brad Sellers trying to box out Kempton. He did the right thing, knowing he didn't have enough strength to keep him away. Just kept his body and kept moving back. That's his third personal foul.
Well, I'll tell you, this Kempton is having a night.
Well, Michael Jordan has accelerated his play in the fourth period of play, particularly down the stretch. You know, when that tongue gets to wagging, bad news for the opponent, and it was waggling pretty good as he dazzled him on the way.
That was our picture-perfect play, 1A. Kempton misses and misses. And the rebound is deflected out of bounds. Who are they going to give it to?
Hornets.
Charlotte will have the ball, I think. Timeout called, 3:12 left. We're tied at 95. There's the story. A capacity crowd is loving it in Charlotte. The Hornets will have the ball.
Well, you know how tough this ticket was tonight with Jordan coming to town for the first time. The governor got turned down. Congressman got turned down. Michael Jordan himself got turned down with ticket requests.
Business is booming. Kempton, high post. Rambis, good look low. Layup, good by Holton. Rambis got him the ball beautiful.
The thing that has to impress you about the Hornets is their ability to move the ball and penetrate with the pass. They've done it time and time again tonight. They have a 2-point advantage.
Cartwright, well away from the hoop. They're down to 6 on the shot clock. They got nothing going on. 3 on the shot clock. Jordan in desperation. No, don't blame him for that. Rebound, Charlotte. 2.5 minutes left. Chicago never got a play run.
They had no idea what was happening with the shot clock. They were trying to get the ball to Jordan. They made it difficult to find him.
Holton for 2. No, rebound Cartwright. Jordan with it, and the Bulls can tie the game. 2:10 left in regulation. Jordan. The old cliche, the cream rises to the top. He has 29-14 in the quarter.
Jordan's jump shot has suddenly become true. It was errant early in the ball game. Trapuka for 3.
He got it. He hasn't been too bad either. He's got 29. 197. Jordan against Reed. Foul finally on Reed prior to the shot. 5 on Reed. 5 on Jordan. Timeout is called by Chicago with 1:35 left, and the Hornets on top 197. Let's go to Craig Sager in Atlanta.
Well, thank you, Skip. Santa may have been in the stands in Charlotte tonight, but Christmas came early in Miami. If he hadn't already, tonight's loss to the Heat may have driven Frank Layden to retirement. They took an early lead. Then in the third quarter, behind Rory Sparrow, one of the captains, the Miami Heat opened up a 20-point lead. The final seconds, for the first time, the Miami Heat fans see their team win at home. Scott Hastings with a full-length toss right there, 101-80. Cleveland, Seattle went to overtime, but the Cavs came up with just 2 points. No match there. Moses Malone and Dominique Wilkins led Atlanta to a victory at home over Indiana. Indiana's yet to win on the road. San Antonio on top of the Clippers by 4. Dallas is behind Milwaukee by 6. That is an intermission now, 53-47. An update for you. And Phoenix leads Denver 35-31 in the second. Later on tonight, the Lakers will try to snap a 4-game losing streak, their longest in a decade. Fred Hickman will have more scores and highlights in a moment. I'll see you on Christmas night. Have a safe and wonderful holiday. Let's go back to Skip and Steve.
Well, you see that the Hornets have that three-point advantage, and there have been a lot of big plays that have come down the stretch. The Chicago Bulls are riding the back of Michael Jordan, as they have for the last couple of seasons. Pulls up and really nails a big pressure jump shot, and a bigger shot for the Hornets. Tripucka gets a chance to square himself up, gets the bottom of the net, and they have that three-point advantage. And again, the house is rocking here in Charlotte.
1:35 remaining. Jordan plays with 5 fouls. But there's the man of the hour for the Charlotte fans. He and, to my way of thinking, Tim Kempton.
Are you trying to influence the player of the game?
No. You know better than that. And Michael Holton have been the big three for Charlotte tonight. That's just my opinion. The expert will decide on the player of the game. Yes. Brad Sellers inbound.
Bulls set up a play. You know they're going to put the ball in the hands of Jordan, and let's see how they defend him.
A foul. 2 shots. And Dick Harter is very close to a technical, and he sure doesn't want one now.
Tripucka now has 5 personal fouls as well, but they did a good job of at least keeping Jordan from getting the ball in the air for a chance for a three-point play to tie.
Jordan has 30.
Well, the players are saying that Jordan's drive hits the bottom of the basket, but it doesn't matter if you've got the foul before that.
It's a 1-point game. Charlotte has the lead in the ball. 1:24 left. And they have converted virtually every time down the floor in the last 5 minutes. 1:15 remaining. A 2-shot opportunity for Tripucka. And it's now Tripucka and Jordan head-to-head offensively.
Well, both players knowing that penetration is going to create all kinds of problems. Tripucka with the mismatch against a bigger Brad Sellers makes one good look at the basket, puts the ball on the floor. Now he has a chance to push the lead back to 2, possibly 3.
A big miss. Well, they're all big now. 1:13 left.
Well, when you consider the type of free throw shooter Tripucka is, better than 85% for his career, to have missed 3 of them tonight, he's having a bad night.
Two-point game. Chicago can tie. Jordan up the floor against Robert Reed. You see the time remaining. He just sailed by everybody. Tie game. Less than a minute remaining in regulation. 1-0-1-0. Holton partially blocked by Cartwright. Chicago can take the lead. Jordan in the open floor. Stops. Pops. Misses. Charlotte can take the lead. Kempton another rebound. 40 seconds left.
They should come back to Tripucka against Sellers with the matchup. He has a chance to really work them there. They go to Robert Reed.
He misses. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. Charlotte's ball. And they want a timeout here. 26 seconds left. We're tied at 101, and the Hornets will be trying to sting Chicago when play resumes.
Well, Harter wanted a 20-second timeout. They've got them all gathered around, and again, you think about where do they have the best chance, A, to get a shot or to get a foul. It's the Trapuka-Sellers matchup, and we'll see if they come back and put the ball in his hands. But they've got 24 seconds on the shot clock. They want to try to use all of that, and if they do score, that puts all of the pressure on the Chicago Bulls. What did that say? Well, it's in the can. Forget it. You don't even have to worry about it, Dick. If you know that you're leading by 3-0 with 3 or less, this game is a Hornets.
We might be headed for an overtime. Each team is shooting the bonus. Now time is called. Doug Collins wants something checked at the scorer's table. And Ken Maurer, the referee, gets him the information that he desires. Here we go. Both teams shoot the bonus. Hodges plays Holton.
Now, if you're the Bulls, you want to put pressure on the ball handler and not allow him just to stand out there and pick out the person he wants to get the ball to. Kempton.
7 on the shot clock. Kempton double team. Finds Reed. 2 on the shot clock. Partially blocked. Tip no. Rambis again. Yes.
James.
Will they count it?
James.
Rambis at the buzzer. It's over. The Hornets win the game at the buzzer. Listen to this crowd. Meanwhile, at the scorer's table, Wally Rooney, Doug Collins, all the officials are still on the floor. So let's wait just a second. The Hornets are long gone, but the Bulls and the referees are still out there.
Well, Collins is going now. He's
Now it's over.
Satisfied, and this game is in the bag.
.103, 101 Hornets, the final. We'll be back right after this.